Hey guys, Speedy here, bringing you an updated uh, level 36 build and my plans for my level 45 build for Blade and Soul Neo, the Sunstroke, and Dragon Tongue by Blade Master. So, um, really just want to try to go over this as quick as I can, make it as quick of a video as possible. I will try to provide timestamps uh, on this video, and I'm also going to be linking a few resources for this video as well. First off, the two builds, obviously. Secondly, is going to be a Korean Blade Master that has a video of them doing uh, Hey Mujin and Poharan. I will be linking one of those two videos. And I'm also going to be linking Shaddy. Shaddy has an insanely good uh, video uh, showcasing basically everything about Blade Master. It's insanely good if you're new to the class. Um, it's just an all around excellent resource. Probably the best guide out there in terms of just like the overall class breakdown, if that makes sense. It doesn't go into like specific builds, but it does fantastic at everything that you could want out of the guide. So definitely check that out if you're new to BM or if you kind of want to learn a little bit more about the class. So without further ado, I'm gonna try to blaze through this as quick as I can. This is like take 3. I'm gonna try to get through this as quick as I can. Try to make it under 10 minutes. Pray. Alright. The changes to level 36 are as follows. I am now running Scarlet Breeze, and this just is because it adds a bleed. If you need to recover focus, it's good. Not stacking Sunstroke anymore. Why? Because the damage is percent based. It does not add flat damage. I just found this out. As you can see here, if you put points into Dragon Tongue, it adds almost 4% damage. All it does is basically make the multiplier essentially higher. That's how I look at it. Does not multiply with these items. So, yeah, that's why we're doing that. If you were stacking Sunstroke, I'm sorry. Stacking Dragon Tongue's better. If you only put like a point or two into it, it's hardly gonna matter, honestly. Just wanna let you know. Cold Drax Burning Wrath, not necessary, but somebody in my video commented that that you can use this left click and then Violent Blade you block, so you don't have to leave draw stance. But Pierce does a lot of damage anyway, so not necessary, but it's good. Shoulder charge immunity, not necessary, but I just wanted to cover bases with the immunities. Same with this one. It's a longer iframe. This one's definitely better than shoulder charge. And flash step. Flash step actually does a ton of damage. So I definitely recommend using it. Like when you use your tab and your Flock of Blades X skill and you're out of Black Dragon, use flash step. It's the most damage. I think. So yeah. That's my updated 36 guide. So, and now let's go into my plans for the level 30, or 45, rather. Oh, this build is, no, it's good. Okay, I was about to say. Alright, Scarlet Breeze, this will be probably the first one that goes away if I end up not having focus issues, but if I do, Scarlet Breeze, Long Moon Block Warcry, Taunt, and the Party Iframe, pretty good. Fissure, this gives focus, and it does decent damage, so that's going to be my biggest focus regenerator if I'm running out of focus. Sunstroke, same reason as last time. Stone Slash, I'm not sure which one's better. I see the Korean guy that I'm going to link. He uses this one, but I wonder if it's just because it adds more for the party. If you just want to be a greedy pig and do the most damn that you can, this one's definitely the better one. But I think if you're caring about overall damage across your party, this one probably takes the cake if I had to guess. Soaring Falcon, I'm just gonna go over with Boot real quick. They're KDs. Boot's technically better because it is one, it gives a bleed. 2, it's lower cooldown, and 3, it does slightly more damage, I think, compared to this. Yep, it does a little bit more damage, but you're using it for the KD. So, yeah, I think you have to run one if you're not going to be a greedy pig because you're giving up Ankle Biter. Electric Saber. This is part of the new bread and butter. This should be the first thing that you go for in terms of blue books, because it then allows you to do left click, right click, which lets your Sunstroke come off CD more, which allows you to get more Dragon Tongues off, and lets you stay in Black Dragon's buff window longer. Blade Call just does a lot of damage. Obviously, if the boss is moving a bunch, it sucks, but the damage is like crazy high, so worth to run. Iframes. This is also an iframe. I forgot to put this in. So if you need iframes, these are good options. Every one of these is a good option. Flash Step. I'll mess with it a little bit because this still does look like it does quite a bit of damage. I just don't know if it's worth like Dragon Tongues, you know, like because this will do like, you know, about half a Dragon Tongue. So like if I have to do like 2 Dragon Tongues to get rid of this, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because of how the multiplier works. So I'll have to experiment with it. I'm not sure how like long the animation truly is. But yeah. So that's the plans for the 45 build. Pierce we don't use. This we don't use. I've seen some people use this because it does decent dam. Not really sure if it's worth it though. Stun you can use, but I don't see people stunning the boss too often. Like I said, you can use KD on this one, or there's these other CCs if you wanted to. Take Flight, obviously useless. You don't want to knock the boss up. We went over Flash Up, and then Raid's also just pretty whatever. In terms of Soul Badge and Mystic Badge, this was another thing that people were commenting on in the video and then coming to my chat to talk about. They asked why I was using Sunstroke Badge instead of Dragon Tongue Badge. I actually did the math on this one, so I am beyond confident that you should not, if you are running a Dragon Tongue Sunstroke build, you should not run you shouldn't run the Dragon Tongue Soul Badge. And the reason why is because this is 125% multiplier. This is a 35% multiplier. So basically how I look at it is, how many times would I have to use Dragon Tongue to get to 1,255%? And it's like 30. Like 5 divided by what, 35? Yeah, 35. You're going to be using tab way more than that. So like it's not even a question. You 100% want to be running this. Mystic Badge, it's the same thing. There's just really no other option. Like, right? Like, this is the only other, like, considerable option, but it's not even, like, it's not even close. Like, this is definitely the only real option to run. And I think that just about covers it. The DPS rotation stays the same, so if you want the DPS rotation, go watch my last video. It will go over it. The only thing that's different is obviously Blade Call is not Flock of Blades anymore. It's Blade Call. And then Electric Saber, when you are in your Dragon stance or Black Dragon buff window, you will be doing left click, right click, left click, right click. That's the only difference. Besides that, exact same type of rotation. If you guys have any questions or any criticism, I appreciate it as always. And again, big thank you guys for coming out on last video. You guys, that biggest success of a video that I've ever had. So I appreciate all of you. I especially appreciate the people who liked, commented, and subscribed. I appreciate the people who came out to the Twitch stream to check me out afterwards. And I appreciate the people who left comments on the video to give criticism on the first build and let me educate myself a bit more that, you know, just because it's the big number, it's like, you know, the multiplier doesn't stack, so it's not worth stacking Sunstrokes. So again, big thank you. Got it under 10 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description videos because, like I said, Shaddy goes crazy. And I'll have these 2 builds, and then I'll also have that VOD, so you guys can kind of see how the build plays in action. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.